All right, so here we are, June 23rd, guys. Welcome to Team Forever Strong's weekly call. And we have a guest speaker tonight, as you guys know, one of our very own, Kristen Fricky, right? And I totally remember when I first saw your name, me and Nick used to have a joke because we thought it was Frick. So we would be constantly walking around the house being like, what the frick is going on? And I'm like, that's an awesome last name.
That's funny. I have students who call me Mrs. Freaky before they know.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Then when I found out it was Fricky, I was like, oh, darn it. But don't feel bad. Nobody says my last name right either. Everybody says either Reuter or Router. So So anyways, guys, before I let you know about Kristen, I'll give you a little bit of a background about her. I wanted to go over just a couple of announcements first before I introduce you to her and then turn it over to her for the night. So first of all, we're going to start with our rank advancements and recognition. So if you have any Emerald coaches, I'm going to start off. I have a brand new Emerald coach this week. So congratulations to Patricia. She is doing awesome, guys. So she helped 2 people right off the bat within the first few days of being a coach herself and is in this for the long haul, and she's got the right attitude and she's doing amazing. So congratulations, Patricia. Anybody else?
I have a new Emerald coach, Pam.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I have a new Emerald coach, Catlin Ellison, my sister-in-law. She's doing awesome.
Oh my God, that's so great. Congratulations. That's awesome. Anybody else? Any rubies or diamonds? Anybody else? Star diamonds? Nope. All right. So I wanted to congratulate. I'm going to just share my screen here for a second. All righty here. Trying to find where I downloaded this thing here. Where is this thing, Nick? I know, I don't see it. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Wait a minute, I think this is it. All right, here we go. Can you guys see this? I wanted to congratulate, I'm going to be sharing from now on our Success Club leaderboards for helping 3 to 5 lives every single month. That's your goal as a coach, is to help 3 to 5 people get started on their health and fitness journey, which will get you to hit Success Club, which is the foundation for building a successful business. And so I wanted to congratulate the people who have helped change 5 lives. We have Kim Fortner and Katie Benoit. So congratulations, guys, for helping at least 5 people get started on their health and fitness journey. If you guys signed up somebody today, it doesn't show in my graph when I go to look for Success Club points. It won't show up until tomorrow. So if you were supposed to be in these spots and you don't see yourself, that's probably why. So congratulations to those 2 girls. And the people so far, congratulations to these people for helping 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey and hitting Success Club 5 already. So congratulations to Angela, Courtney, Jen, Kerry, Leisha, Lindsay, Amy Zawatowski, Amy Davis, Kristen, Mary, Melissa, and Stephanie DeYoung. So keep up the great work. As you can see down here, guys, we have a bunch of people who are actually on the board who have helped other people get started on their health and fitness journey. I know they're going to be moving up into these next few categories here with 7 days left in the month. So great job, guys. All right, so a couple of things I wanted to go over. We are going to be having, well, first of all, Summit, guys, is right around the corner. And I'm so excited to be able to see you guys on July 28th in Nashville, Tennessee. So I am so looking forward to seeing all of you guys there. It's going to be a great time. For anybody in the downline who is going to Summit, who hit Success Club this month, I am going to be giving you guys as your reward a Team Forever Strong tank top. So just write that down. If you're going to Summit, anyone in the downline, whether you're my coach or not, if you hit Success Club and you're going to Summit, you get one of those tanks. All right. We are also going to be doing a brand new Diamond Dash that is going to be starting on July 11th. So I'm going to be running this with some of the other leaders in the company. And guys, this is something that you want to get yourself into. So if you're a brand new coach, or even if you've been doing this for a while, you have to be an Emerald coach to be able to be accepted into it. And it's going to cost, like I said, you know, for the last one, it's going to be $25. Your money is going to go into a pot, a cash pot prize. And at the end of the diamond push, whoever becomes a diamond coach is going to get a piece of the pot. Okay. So it doesn't even matter, guys. Like if you're a brand new coach, your goal when you come on as a coach to hit diamond should be 90 days. Now you can do it faster. We've had plenty of people on the team become a diamond in, you know, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks. It's been all in under that. Okay, but I can tell you one thing right now. All those people who hit that diamond mark goal, they hit that goal because they had it written down with a set date. And they worked at it, and they worked with intentional action every single day to try to get there. So they didn't just show up and do these things like, all right, I'm going to invite, I'm going to follow up, I'm going to build new relationships, and diamond's just going to happen. It doesn't work like that. Instead, they sat down and they're like, all right, what do I need to do to become a diamond coach? They strategized. They talked to their upline coach. They had a call with their upline coach. They said, all right, how am I going to make this happen? All right, a diamond coach, this is what I need, these things and these things. And they worked towards getting those things and making them happen every single day. So it's really not, it's not a hard goal, guys. It really isn't. It's totally achievable. And so even if you've fallen out of your diamond rank, get it back. It's time to get it back. It's time to kick this thing into high gear, kick it into full swing. You know how to get there, so you know what to do to make it happen again. Definitely take advantage of this group. Becoming a diamond coach is really just the launching pad for where things can get serious for you in this business if you stay consistent and lead with intentional action every single day for an extended period of time. So guys, I'm going to show you right now, if you're a brand new coach, this is all that diamond is. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this paper. I'm going to kind of hold it up a little bit. So there's you at the top, right? All that diamond means is that you have essentially altogether 12 people that are signed up below you. That's all that it means. You have 4 people down one leg and you have 4 people down the other leg enrolled in the system as coaches. They don't need to be active coaches like us, just 4 people on each side who are looking to get started on their health and fitness journey, who are plugged into your challenge groups. They're in the system as what we call it a discount coach, right? They're not trying to build a business like us. Those people count towards your rank, right? That's why everyone matters. And then one person out of those 4 on each leg has to become an Emerald coach. So what that means is that they have 2 people signed up below them in the system as a coach. So this is where people really take advantage of running their spouse account, right? Or they put a parent on one side, and they put a parent on one side or their spouse on the other side, and they get that account to Emerald. And then all they need to do is find one other person who's looking to build a business. And as soon as they sign up 2 people, you're a diamond coach. So I'm telling you guys, it's totally doable. If you write it down and you strategize to it, you can make it happen. And you can make it happen much faster than you think. All right, so definitely take advantage of that. I'm going to be posting the details to that group probably by tomorrow. I'm going to have it all up. And we also have our Coach Blitz on Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. So just make sure that you are really taking advantage of this Coach Blitz. This is how you build your business. It really and truly is how you build your business. If you have big goals for this and you want to build over time a 6-figure income earning business, and you have big dreams and visions for your future and for your family, by not taking advantage of these groups, you are truly missing out big, big, big time. I cannot stress it enough. And I know the past few that I've run, we really have not had many people in there. So take advantage of it and make it a goal to at least put in 10 people into this Coach Blitz so that they can sit back and just be a fly on the wall and learn about this. All the work is done for you guys. I've already done all the work for you. All you have to do is simply invite people to it. Just a quick message like, hey, you know, our team's going to be kicking off a 1-hour free Coach Blitz Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, do you want me to add you to it so you can learn about coaching and see if maybe it's something you might want to do in the future? No strings attached. You don't have to decide on anything. Just sit back and take it all in. And I just copy and paste that to like 50 or plus people. That's what I do. So try to get in as many people as possible. That is how you grow your team. That's how you build a big business, is by bringing on active coaches. Without that piece, it's going to be pretty much impossible for you to build a significant business that will change your future. So you got to think of what your goals are with this as a coach, if your hobby, or if you're looking to build this into a business, and then go from there. All right. I think we have a couple messages here. 3 so far. That's awesome, Amy. That's great. Keep it up. Yeah, you guys are on fire. The team is on fire. So I'm so excited for you guys. All right. So let me make sure I have all my notes here. I have my notebooks to take notes on Kristen tonight. All right. So I am super excited, guys, that one of our very own, Kristen Fricke, is going to be talking to you guys tonight. And, you know, I keep a really close eye on everybody in my downline. So I see who are, like, you know, who are the rock stars, who are the up and coming shining stars that are going all the way with me. And I noticed them right away. And I noticed Kristen right off the bat. I was like, who is this girl? Like, she is out of control. Like, she's doing amazing things. I have to know who she is. Like, what is she doing? And she's only been a coach, guys, since November. So it's been about 7 months. She is a 1-star qualifying diamond coach, which is amazing. She, and in such a short amount of time too, guys, she is a full-time working mom. So she's a full-time teacher. So she's busy. She's got the job. She has kids. She has a husband. She has a house, sports, all that going on. And she is building truly an incredible business. And when I talk about owning your own business, you know, really taking ownership over your business and being an entrepreneur, that is exactly what I think about when I think of Kristen. Because from the beginning, guys, she never waited for anybody to tell her what to do. From the very beginning, she created a team page. She had a team name. She started doing team calls. She started running coach blitzes, you know, like what I'm doing. She started doing coach sneak peeks, running her own challenge groups. You know, she started building a team and recruiting active coaches and helping them have success. She's doing all those things, and she has huge visions and dreams for what this business is going to do for her, and she knows it's going to happen. She doesn't question it, and so every day she has been consistent. And that's the thing. We can all become a coach, right? And pretty much all of us can decide to be consistent and, you know, be consistent with this business and take it seriously for a couple weeks to maybe a month. There are few and far between coaches that will ever come on and be a part of your team or mine that will actually do that over an extended period of time and make it to like the year mark of truly being consistent with their business and building it. And that is what Kristen is doing. And she's not even been a coach for a year yet, but I know she's not going anywhere. And I met her the first time at our diamond retreat that I hosted a couple months back. And I was able to hang out with her and talk to her. And she is definitely not going anywhere. She is in this for the long haul. She is going all the way. And she's just amazing. And so I thought it is going to be awesome for all of us to be able to hear from her tonight. She's going to talk to you guys, tell her a little bit about herself. And then she's going to give you guys all of her top tips and tricks and secrets of how she's been able to build such a successful business so far and how she's been able to recruit and build such a strong team. So Kristen, whenever you're ready, thank you so much for talking to us tonight. I'm so excited.
Well, thank you for that very extremely warm welcome. That was really great.
You're welcome.
It is such an honor for me to be speaking on Team Forever Strong's call tonight. I have to tell you all, when I first signed up to be a coach 7 months ago, I never saw myself speaking on a team call like this, let alone building a team. But I've quickly learned that to grow in this business, you have to push those comfort zones and take every chance you're given. So when Kathy invited me to speak the other day, of course, I just said, yes, I'll do it. So I'm so happy to be here tonight, and I want to thank all of you for listening in. And my hope is that by the end of the call, you all have something that you can take away and apply to your business and growing your team right away. So first, let me tell you a little bit about my background. I know Kathy shared a lot of it with you. As she mentioned, I am a wife and a mother of 3 children, ages 11, 9, and 5. I'm a full-time kindergarten teacher, and my husband's also a full-time teacher and a varsity basketball coach. So as you can probably imagine, we're very busy, and we were busy before this opportunity really presented itself. So about 8 months ago, this is how I got into Beachbody. About 8 months ago, I I was really into health and fitness, and I was a runner. And I wasn't really competitive. I didn't really run a lot of races, but I did run about 4 to 5 times a week, 3 to 6 miles. And I ate healthy, what I thought was healthy. And I seriously thought, okay, this is as good as I'm going to get. I'm working my tush off, and this is the best my body is ever going to be after having 3 babies. So when my friends started talking about these 21-day fix workouts and these shakes they were drinking, I totally dismissed it for months. I actually was at the beach when Angela Lammerman told me about this, and I turned to my other friend and rolled my eyes. Like, okay, it's looking back, I can't even believe how far my mindset's changed about the whole thing. But I kept hearing about it though over months and seeing these transformations that these coaches were making and how consistent they were with their posts. And so one day I decided to go do a workout for fun in Jennifer Schultz, my mentor coach's classroom. She ran this fit club for people. It was free, and we could try a workout out. So I finally decided to do it. And let me just tell you, when I left that classroom, my legs were on fire and it hurt to walk for about a week. And as you can imagine, I was completely shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the best workout ever. It was only 30 minutes. Okay, there might be something to this. Then soon after, I saw Jen post a 10-day Shakeology challenge opportunity, and I was still skeptical, but pretty intrigued. And so I asked Jen to send me the ingredients, and she quickly did. And my husband and I dissected we scrutinized the whole ingredients list, and we could not find anything but good quality ingredients. So I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a try. So that's kind of how I got into it. 10 days later, I did not want to not even 10 days, I did not want to go a day without a shake. So I ordered right away and decided to be a discount coach. That was November 14th. By November, a week later, I decided, I love this. I want to help other people learn about this too. The first round of the 21-day fix, I lost 10 pounds. I never thought I would have muscle definition like I gained from that. And so from that day forward, I was completely in, because I had the proof and the belief that the system and the programs that we have to offer work. I completely flipped my skepticism to true belief. And like I said, I just really wanted to share these programs and products with other people. So like I said, I signed up for the discount like many of us do. But then soon afterwards, because I was so passionate about it, I decided to give coaching a try. So I think it was 8 days later, I signed up my husband as a coach. And then, I don't know, maybe a few days after that, I think that was November 22nd, November 25th. It was the day before Thanksgiving, and that's when I announced to the world on social media that I was going to be a Beachbody coach. And I remember that moment so vividly, because I wasn't one to post a lot on social media. I would post pictures of my kids here and there and special events, but nothing like that. And so I was so nervous. I hit the post button, and then I went back to delete it a few minutes later, because I'm like, what am I doing? And I went back to delete it, and I saw that someone had liked it, and I saw that there was a comment, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to leave it, walk away, and see what happens. And I'm so glad that I kept it up there, because that weekend is when I hit Emerald. I had so much interest right off the bat that I was able to sign my second person up and hit Emerald. And thanks to my mentor coach, who answered about 100 messages on Facebook messaging on her Thanksgiving weekend, like she had nothing better to do in the world. That's kind of how I really got started. And from that point on, I have just not looked back. I have been full in, going all the way. So when Kathy asked me to speak tonight about how I took ownership of my business right from the beginning, I kind of just backed up and thought about how that started. Sorry, my screen went blank. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. So I look back and I think about when I hit Emerald. I started really exploring my Coach Online office and diving into team calls and the coach basics, the YouTube videos I could find of different coaches, just anything I could really find out there and just gain more knowledge about what successful coaches do. And of course, team calls. And I saw where this opportunity that I was already so passionate about could take me. And I saw people just like me who were able to make this a full-time career in a part-time amount of time, if that makes sense. And then I realized that I could take other people who were passionate about this opportunity with me. And I thought that was really cool. And even though I'm happy in my life and I love my teaching career, I love my students, I've always felt the desire to be home more and be more present. And this opportunity has allowed me to really dream again. I have now created this vision that I fully believe in, like 2-3 years down the road. This is what I will be doing full time, and I will never have to miss any of my children's events at school again. I won't have to miss their parties and all those little things that I've missed out on, and performances. And, I am very lucky that in the summers I do get off with them. I get a lot of time with them, but I just feel like I could really have more time with them. And, the weekends are spent doing laundry and grocery shopping and cleaning and getting ready for the next week. Well, what if I could have those weekends with them, quality time, just have quality time with them and not even focus on those things that I could be doing while they're at school. So that is my vision, and I believe in it. And it took me a while to really believe that I could attain it, but now I do. I really do. And I think that having that vision is what helps me stay consistent. I always think of my why. Why am I doing this? Where am I going with this? Because it does take a commitment. It does take time, and you can make it what you want it. But just always going back to my why and knowing where I'm going with it is what drives me and my business and moving it forward. So I guess I realized that I had this gift just sitting in my lap, and it was really up to me and nobody else to make that happen. I feel that having that clear vision helps you believe that your vision will become reality. And it's just critical to staying consistent, like I said earlier. So even on those days when you get like 10 cancellations in your inbox and you get 10 no's and you're just having a really rough day, you just draw on that vision to keep you going. It keeps me on track. So I highly recommend, if you don't already have a clear vision and belief in where you're going with this, to really think about that and picture it in your head. Like, what does it look like? Write it down, make a picture, a dream board. And why is it important for that vision to come true for you? Just connect that emotional piece to it, because that will really keep you going. So going back again, I am fortunate to have an amazing mentor coach and an amazing parallel coach too. The day I hit Emerald, Jen Schultz, my mentor coach, hit Diamond, I'm pretty sure. And she and her other Emerald at the time, Angela Lammerman, and I had a meeting soon after that. And we're fortunate to all live in the same community. And I remember us brainstorming with Jen about how she was going to create her team name and her team page now that she was a Diamond coach. And she also talked about how she might start running team calls. And she told us, well, when you hit Diamond, you can do the same thing. You can have your own team name too, and you can start your own team page. And because she hit the ground running, we saw how quickly she was taking ownership of her business, that my wheels just started spinning right then and there. And I thought, oh my gosh, what should my team name be? It got me really excited. I know it sounds silly, but I saw her and her process and she's attained this in a short amount of time. She can do it. So I can do it too. So that really inspired me to follow in her footsteps. I'm getting emotional. I didn't expect that to happen, but anyway. So even though I had just hit Emerald, I immediately started thinking about what a great team name would be. And I knew my team name. I thought I had a couple ideas, but I really pretty much knew it before I hit Diamond, so that the day I did, I felt so ready that I just started my own team page. Even though I didn't have a lot of people on my team page, I started it up. I think I added my husband, who's one of my coaches, and a couple other of my coaches. And then I didn't do anything crazy cool or unique. I just used the system. I just sort of reproduced the kinds of things that I saw Kathy doing and Jen doing and all of the amazing mentor coaches on our team doing. And I just realized that in order for my team to start growing, I really needed to establish some leadership on my team. So if you're a brand new coach, this probably sounds like really distant and far off to you, but it doesn't have to be. Because if you envision yourself as a team leader with a team page and a team name, all of a sudden, the more you think about it, the more comfortable and real it seems it can become. And it's really exciting and empowering to do that. And it just really helped me drive my business forward. And I think that can really help anyone just to think about that. And I don't know. So if you don't have a team name, start thinking. Another thing that I started in addition to my own team page was I decided it was time to start running some team calls to help establish myself as a leader on the team. Now, public speaking, as I mentioned earlier, like even on this computer Zoom call, it has always terrified me. It has been one of my greatest fears. Unless I'm in a room full of children, like speaking in front of peers has just always been hard for me. So if this is something you're watching and you're thinking like you just signed up and there's no way I'd ever want to run a team call or speak on a team call, I was that person. That was me. Only a few months ago, I never saw it as a possibility. But I do think that it really helped me get my feet wet and just to start to dive in and start these team calls. So on my first team call, it was really short. They've all been pretty short. I was still learning that technical part of it. I had a few calls where it just didn't work. The technology didn't quite work and I had to get a new computer. But it was like I just started practicing with people I'm already comfortable with because my team was small. And then, you know what happens when you practice something and over again, you just get better at it. And I figured it was better to start out while I had a small team and just get my feet wet, learn the ropes, and get better and better and more confident each time I did it than to wait until I had a huge team like this, like Kathy has, and speak for the first time on something like that. So, you know, I think it also shows my coaches that it's okay to try something new and not be perfect at it. It takes time, but it's hopefully encourages them to step outside of their comfort zone and do something like that too. That's my hope. And just that we're all real. We are real people. I think that, you know, meeting some of you at the retreat in Maine, it made it even more real, obviously, to meet all of these awesome people and realize they're real coaches, they're real people, they have real lives too. So, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip. Okay, something else I want to share. It's kind of a side note, but I think it's worth sharing is one thing that was really helpful for me that maybe something you could do too is all along I've had kind of like an accountability business partner. We never really called it that, but she's a parallel coaching peer. So like Jen's two coaches, I'm on one side, Angela Lammerman is on the other. And it's been such a blessing to have her because we've always been kind of in the same place as far as growing our business. So like I said, we're on opposite legs, but we just started bouncing ideas off of each other. We both started our team pages around the same time. We added each other to our team pages so that we could give each other feedback. And we made this really cool deal like, okay, if I see something really cool on your team page, can I share it? And if you see something on my team page that you want to share, just do it. Like we don't need to ask permission. It's going to different people anyway, and it's just a really nice thing to have. So even though it's not necessary, if you can find someone who's kind of in the same place as you and maybe has the same goals or, I don't know, it might be worth kind of connecting with somebody else to have that sort of business accountability partner. All right, so I would say one of the last things that I've done to take more accountability for my business is to start my own challenge group. For me, I think that is probably one of the hardest. Oh, lost you again. one of the hardest things to start on your own. And it might be because I had never been in a challenge group before I became a coach. I kind of did it while I was learning to coach. And some people start up a group right away. I think that's amazing and awesome. And if that's you, great, that's awesome. I just wasn't ready to do that right away. So what I did was I helped my mentor coach, Jen, and her team run a challenge group. And she was great about letting us all choose a day or two per week to post in her group and just take some accountability. And I just highly recommend doing something like that right off the bat, because running your own challenge group is a lot of work. And if you have the opportunity to just slowly add value to those groups, then you're just taking baby steps. So by the time you're ready to run your own group, you feel completely confident and ready to fly. And I also feel that if you have challengers in a group, you should be posting to add value, because those challengers chose you to be their coach, and they're looking up to you as their leader and their mentor. And it's a way for you to just gain confidence, like I said before, and step up your responsibilities as a coach before running your own group. Like I said, I was lucky enough to be able to do that in Jen's group. I know every coach runs their groups differently. That's just something that really worked for us. And it just made it really duplicable for my coaches too. So now that I'm running my own challenge group, I've invited my team to, if they want and feel comfortable, to start posting, taking a day in our challenge group, posting 2 to 3 times a day in that group, something with intention and adding value to the group. That way, they're starting that same process that I started. They're getting their feet wet. And when they feel ready, they can spread their wings and fly too. So in addition to kind of jumping in right away and taking ownership in my business, I really do practice the 4 daily vital behaviors every single day. Well, I should say almost every single day. Of course, there are days where I've been sick or I just can't do it all on really busy days, but every day I do something. I always, especially, do my 2 to 5 posts per day because it shows consistency. I always invite. I might not invite as many one day as I would hope to, but I always invite to something. And then I'm always doing personal development, like podcasts. I mean, you can fit a 10-minute podcast in on a drive somewhere. So that's been something I just stay consistent with. I also use this daily to-do tracker for my power hour, or my power pockets. I think it was Erin Young who was on the National Wake Up Call the other morning. I loved how she called it power pockets, because this way, if I'm interrupted or I can't do it all at once, I know exactly where I left off. And I'm going to try to screen share. I know everybody has their system that works for them. This has been what's worked best for me. And I'm happy to share it with everybody. Oh, I don't know if I can screen share, Kathy, since you're on the call, but I'd be happy to share it. Oh, wait, maybe
Can you do it? I think you should be able to somewhere. I don't know where it would be.
I had it up, but I wonder if it's been too long or something and it's gone, but, well, let me see. Oh, maybe. Can you see it? Can you see it or no?
No, I can't see it.
Okay, I can see it, but see, I'm still learning. So anyway, I have this daily to-do tracker, and I'd be happy to share it with anyone. I can post it, or you can just message me if you want one. And it's just something I took from another coach, and it lists all my personal dailies I need to do, and my new contacts and my new convos for forming, people I invited, new invites, follow-ups, current challenger and coach check-ins, and then new post ideas. So I do this every single day, and I keep it in my notebook. I have tried so many different organizational systems. I've tried Teamzy, that was awesome for a while. I've tried like this tiny little notebook, but I finally found something that worked for me. So I don't think it matters which way you do it, as long as you have a system and you can stay organized with it, and it's time saving. So what I love about this is I fit my power hour during the school year. I fit it into many little pockets of time before school, during lunch, and at night after the kids are in bed. So I know I can just flip it open, and on the front page is my this day's tracker, and I know that, okay, like right now, I know that I still need to do one more invite today, and I still need to form, but everything else is done, and so I don't have to, it doesn't take more time. I love that. And I worked with my teammates to kind of develop this, and we all kind of have our own that works for us. So that's something that I do every day. And then I wanted to share, then I also do, and you all might do something like this too, but I just have tabs in my book. Like I keep track of this month's contacts and then next month's follow-ups. I've had trouble tracking who I'm following up with when. So I made this really easy sheet, like challenge group, if you can't see it, a challenge group column and a coaching opportunity column for people to follow up with. And then I printed one out for every month through like November because that seemed like a good month. And I just kind of put them into those columns. And then I'm sure to always check with them like the first of the next month, or depending on what I have to offer them in the form of a group or a coaching blitz. And so that's just been really helpful for me. So that's really all I have to share, but I do have 2 calls to action for you tonight. I hope that's okay. They're really simple. One is, if you don't have a vision yet, a clear vision, create one. Your vision and your why is what is going to drive you to succeed in this business. And I know we hear it all the time, but it's true. Write your vision down, picture it in your head, whatever you have to do to make it real for you so that you fully believe you will achieve it. And then 2, even if you're like a brand spanking new coach today, just start thinking of your own team name. Like just have fun with it and envision yourself running your own team so that when it happens, you're comfortable with it. You're ready to go. When you feel ready, you can even start your own team Facebook page or whatever, you choose to do. You can, like, if you're not comfortable yet sharing it with everybody, just design it, like put it up there and make it cute, make it how you want it. And then maybe add one other, I think you have to add one more person. So maybe you add a mentor coach or I call it a parallel coach, but somebody else to it. And then as you start to grow your team, you can gradually add your coaches to your team page and just share, what your other coaches are sharing. So those are my 2 calls to action. But in closing, I do just want to say that I absolutely love how this team works together. Everybody helps everyone else. And when you're focusing on helping your team grow and everybody else, you're helping your own team grow too, and yourself. And I also love how duplicatable it is. When Kathy does something, her coaches can duplicate what she's doing, and then their coaches duplicate what they're doing, and so on, so that we don't have to create our own system. I mean, the system's there for us to use. Of course, we want to make it our own, but we do have that. I think that is something that a lot of direct sales, I don't even like to call it that, but multi-level marketing companies, they don't really have that support. This team's awesome. I mean, Kathy's awesome. We have some great coaches and mentors to learn from. So we're really lucky in regards to that. So thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions? I have not been looking at the chat.
Awesome, Kristen. You did such an amazing job. You're such a natural and such a pro at this. It's incredible.
Oh, thank you. I'm really, really excited to be on tonight. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for speaking to us all. And I took down some notes and I wanted to go over, just kind of recap some of the key takeaways that I took away from the call, especially too, because I know that there are a lot of brand new coaches on here. But just for one, guys, that, Kristen's no different than any of you guys. She's busy too. I know a lot of people come on and they say, I'm so busy. I have a full-time job. I just don't know if I can do this. And she is too, but you do have to prioritize where you're spending your time. And I like how she did mention, like what they said in the wake-up call about the power pockets. It might not be like a full power hour, but she has periods of time that she checks in and works on the business. But when she does, she's super focused and she's really consistent and disciplined with it. And that's why she's had such, success with this business. So just a couple things that I wrote down here that Kristen said was, right from the beginning, she said that she had the proof that these things worked. Like, she was seeing the results. She was seeing the way that she was feeling, and she was looking awesome. She was feeling good. And so she had that proof, and she had that belief right from the beginning that this worked. And she just wanted to share that with other people because she truly believed in that. So that's a huge piece right there, is having that belief. And if you can have that, then everything else can fall into place as long as you're putting in that daily action that she did. Right from the beginning, these are some of the things that a successful coach does, who comes on and treats this like a business and is an entrepreneur. I talk about that a lot. And she came right on, and she didn't wait for people to tell her what to do. She dove in and she started learning as much as possible. She started, doing the podcast and watching YouTube videos and taking advantage of all the trainings, going through the coach basics, learning as much as possible and just being a sponge to everything so that she could just learn as she went in the business. And I really liked how she said how this opportunity has got her to dream again. And I just really love that. It totally gave me goosebumps when I was listening to it, because I feel like the exact same way. I feel like, I was in like a very similar place to you. I loved teaching too when I used to teach in the past, and I loved the kids, but I never really had like dreams of creating this amazing life with the, freedom of time, freedom of flexibility, financial freedom. And then when you get into this opportunity and you look at the other coaches in the business and the other leaders in the business who are living out these incredible lives, you realize that they all started in the same place that we all did, at square one, with zero people, zero experience, but they all had a dream too that they wanted to live out. And they used this opportunity and this as the vehicle to get them there, to be able to create that life. And it seems so crazy until you get into this and you realize, oh my gosh, like, I can totally use this opportunity to live out like the most amazing life possible if I just take advantage of it. And so I love how she said that, and how she talked about, having that freedom of time. That's what it is, guys. Over time, the money that you can earn from this, it's out of control. It's ridiculous. After a while, you won't even want to or need to look at your paychecks when they get deposited every Thursday, because it's just like whatever. But what it can do for you, it's what those finances and what that income can do for you. And it can provide you with that freedom of time and that freedom of flexibility. And that's where I love how she talked about just like dreaming big. It's about being able to spend your life doing the things that you truly love with the people who matter to you without having that financial burden on you. Like, that's what this can do for you guys. So she had that vision of where this is taking her, and it's going to happen, guys. Like, you keep following Kristen and you keep watching her. And even if you're sitting on this call right now, some of you guys won't be here in 3 months from now. Some of you guys won't be here in 6 months from now. Some of you won't be here next week. She will be here. She is one of the few people who will be here. She will be here year after year after year, still doing the exact same things that she is doing today to build her business, because she believes in it and she has that vision for it. I like how she talked about too, how if she wanted to make this happen, that it had to be up to her, and that she took that full responsibility and that ownership for that from the beginning. Like, she didn't wait for Jen to tell her, what to do, or, all right, did you invite today? Did you follow up today? Are you hitting Success Club? Like, she did these things all on her own and realized, all right, if I want to use this opportunity to go after that dream I have, that vision I have got to be the one to make this happen, and I have to be disciplined about it. And this is where the whole importance of coming up with your team name and creating a team page, I feel like she said, is so important, because it gets you to take full responsibility for your business. It just makes it feel that much more real. When you have your own team name, it's like, oh, like, I have my own team name now. Like, I have my own team page. And I might only have like 8 people in it right now, but it's my own team and it's going to grow. And her and I and every coach had always started at the, ground zero with 0 people in that group. And she has me in her team page, and I'm in a lot of other coaches' teams pages too. And she's very consistent with really trying to help her coaches have success and be motivating and be inspiring. And she shows up in it every single day, no matter what. Like, she's in there leading by example, because right from the beginning, she said she wanted her team to see her as the leader. And it's unbelievable, because there's, probably like a handful of people who have done that, who have just been like, all right, this is it, I'm going. But with the sneak peeks and the coach blitzes and all that stuff, it doesn't have to be perfect. And the reason why also too she's having so much success is because she's taking advantage of the systems that are already in place. She's not sitting down racking her brains trying to reinvent this stuff. You know, she's taking what's there. That's what I did too. I took what Elizabeth Harkey gave me, you know, what Keith Callahan gave to her, and I took it and I just, all right, this is it. I want people to see me as the leader. This is Team Forever Strong. I'm the leader. And I took it and I didn't reinvent the wheel. And over time, I slowly tweaked it. But I started running it myself so that the team would see me as the leader, not Elizabeth Harkey. It's me. I'm the leader of this team. And she did the same thing too. And it's so important, guys, if you want to build this into a successful business. And she also mentioned too that she has an accountability partner, you know, for the business too, which I think is so important. And it's it's crucial that you are matched up with someone on the same level as you, not just someone who's a friend. You know, you got to be at the same place, if not a little bit higher, you know, when you get your accountability partner, because you want someone who has the same goals as you, who's also, you know, their actions are matching up to what they're telling you that they want to do. You know what I mean? So if you look at, you know, Kristen and Angela, they're both hitting Success Club 10 every single month. They're recruiting, they're building a team. It's a good match. They can push each other like, hey, like, you know, they can hold each other accountable, like she said. So you want to make sure that you have someone who's going to hold you accountable and push you to get to that next level. You want someone who is going to help you be better and become more and get you to that place where this can turn into something incredible that can change your future. So that was an awesome tip. And I liked how you mentioned too that you do the 4 vital behaviors every single day. You know, it's doing those 4 vital behaviors every day, guys, that she talked about. And you learn about it in the Coach Basics if you're a brand new coach, but it's doing those things every day. And she has her tracker that she uses because it's a business, right? You have to track what you do. And she tracks her business. But because she tracks her business and she does those vital behaviors every day, she's helping at least 5 people every single month. I didn't share that at the beginning of the call, but she's helped at least 5 people every single month for 6 consecutive months. She's been at 5 people, which gives her Success Club 10 every single month. And that is how you build a business. And she does that by doing those vital behaviors every single day. If you miss one of them, you're gonna kind of slack in that area a little bit there. So important. And I actually had a question for you. If you could just kind of give, because I feel like it's very rare that you have coaches like yourself that come on and build their team right off the beginning, you know, but it is something that is so crucial if you have big goals with this. You know what I mean? Like you can't really build a significant business off of just challenge packs and getting people into challenge groups. While it is a really important part of the business, it can't just be that. It has to be that consistent bringing in the new energy, the new active coaches onto the team every single month. Can you just share with the team some of your tips on how you recruit active coaches? Because you did it pretty quickly too. So I'm wondering if you could share like a couple of things of like how you get them, or just something that maybe, because I know that's a big struggle for a lot of people.
It is. I think it's still hard. One thing I don't know, I heard on a call or two is about being sure that you're posting something about your business opportunity. One of the posts that I shared a while back, I shared my income, and that can be really uncomfortable, but I shared how much I made in 1 week. And from that, I had a lot of interest. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to attract people who just want to make, you know, money. I want people to be in it for the right reasons. But I do have a coach who is a strong active coach from seeing that. Another thing I do is I do invite to the coaching opportunity, and I invite current challengers to the coaching opportunity. So I've had a few discount coaches or challengers who've decided that they want to give coaching a try. When I do onboard a new coach, if they're local, I meet with them and we set up an hour and a half at a coffee shop, and I just show them the basics, show them what they should do at first. Trying to think what else. Oh, well, inviting to the coaching blitzes, obviously, that's something that I try to do. And I try to just keep it really short. And I really use, Kathy, your wording on that. I think you'll say, like, have you ever considered doing what I do as a health and wellness coach? I think you'd be really great at it. And I always say why I think they'd make a great coach.
That's awesome.
Like their posts that we're seeing, like they're sharing their recipes or fitness tips, or they're already active, like runners. I try to relate to runners because I used to run, and It's funny because a lot of runners just, they don't think this is for them, and it might not be, and that's okay. But I just always think of, who I can relate to, I guess.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's so great. And so guys, if there's one key piece here to all of that she just said, is she talks about it. So that's the thing. I actually have been going through a lot of the Diamond Coaches walls, and I have to do them slowly because it takes me a little bit of time. So I'm trying to do like 2 a night. I've been just scrolling through their personal wall to just see, just as like a self-assessment, to give constructive feedback, to make sure that they're hitting on all the different areas, to share kind of from an outside view of like an inside view of what coaching really is. And if they're even talking about coaching, do people even know you're a coach? And that's the thing with Kristen. If you go to her wall, and I only had to scroll back 5 days, and she talked about the coaching opportunity at least 4 times or 3 times or something like that. So if she were to go message somebody and invite them to a challenge group, or if she were to invite someone to, hey, the Coach Blitz is Sunday night, if they were to go to look at her wall, they'd scroll through and be like, oh yeah, like, so she is a coach. Versus if you go and you look at your wall and there's nothing about coaching on there at all, people aren't going to come to you. So that's one of the key things right there, is making sure that you are sharing that you are a coach, what you love about coaching, what coaching has done for you, what brought you to this opportunity, why you're here, and constantly be sharing that over and over again. That's what she does. She invites to the coaching blitzes. She'll private message people about it, but she does also have that piece on her personal wall too, so that people know she is a health and fitness coach. This isn't just someone who loves health and fitness and is going to give you, value for your health and fitness tips and some, things to do and some healthy recipes. She is a coach. She is an entrepreneur, actually. That's what it is. When people look at that, they will see that, and they will see that confidence, because the more you talk about it, that shows how confident you are with this and the direction that you're going with it. So that was awesome. And I really liked how you brought up making sure that you connect with your challengers in your group. That's something I do too. You are going to get some of your best coaches from challenges. Some of my current diamonds, or diamonds even that I had in the past, all came from my challenge groups. That's even how Patricia started out. She was a challenger in the past, using the programs, using the Shakeology. So Katie Benoit, same thing. I'm like looking at the screen here, pointing everybody out now. Don't mean to put you on the spot, everybody. So you can never discredit them, because honestly, they have that belief in the products because they love it and they've seen that it worked. And those are the ones that go on to make awesome coaches. And I think that's it. Did I have any other questions? Yeah, go ahead, Kristen.
I was going to add one thing. When you were talking about how you want to make sure people know you're a coach by looking at your wall, I learned that the hard way at the very beginning. I had 2 friends message me, hey, guess what? I just ordered the 21-day fix. I'm going to do it too. You inspired me to do it. And I thought, but wait, I'm a coach. You can't do it through me. So
exactly. It's so true. Like, I've had that happen to, I'm friends with different coaches, obviously, in the network. And, I've had a bunch of people be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, I've been posting my videos about the 21-day fix, or I've been posting my pictures with the Shakeology. And then I had people come to me and say that they signed up for so-and-so. Well, yeah, because they don't know that you're a coach. They think you're just into health and fitness. They think that you're just doing the program, that you're not actually like a coach. And that's why you have to constantly, I tell everybody, every couple of days, at least something about coaching. And this is where working off of a list can really become helpful to you. I have a humongous list of all the different things, like why I became a coach, all the different things I love about coaching, all my goals of where this is going, and objections that I've had from people who say that coaching isn't for them. And I just simply choose one of those things every single day, and I make a story about it. I try to do it every day. Sometimes I miss a day, and it's redundant, but the same people are not seeing it all the time. And I'm not doing it, for like my close family or my close friends, because they just don't want to do this. I'm doing it for the new person who just started following me, who doesn't know anything about me. So yeah, those are great tips, Kristen. Do you guys have any questions for her? Like if you guys are not friends with her on Facebook or, you know, not following her, like you absolutely should be checking it out. I mean, honest to God, like if you look at her wall and everything that she posts, I mean, she's got it all in there. You know that she's working on personal growth because she's sharing her personal development that she's doing. And you know what, guys? Her team is successful because she is doing these things. She's doing all these things month after month after month, and her coaches are following suit. You can't tell your coaches to do certain things and then not make it happen yourself. You have to be the one to lead by example, lead by the front all the time for your coaches to follow. So do you guys have any questions for her? Because she's amazing, and I took a ton of notes, and I'm sure you guys did too. Anything on your mind? Like, you know, like I said, she hasn't been doing this for a long time, guys, and you know, you can do this. You guys can all do this.
I have a question. Can you guys see me or can you hear me?
Yes.
Who's talking?
Is Stephanie?
Stephanie?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
see.
good, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Kristen. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey, girls.
Hey.
Okay, so you're talking about the team page, right? Did you ever do a like page, or is that like the same thing as your team page? And then the other question is, are you posting everything that you put on your team page? Do you put that on your personal page as well?
Good questions. Okay, so my team page is it's just for mainly my active coaches or discount coaches who want to be added to it to take a look. So
Okay.
that's only for, it's closed, like it's only for the people I add. My like page, I did start right off the bat. I don't get a ton of traction, so, and I don't know if I'm doing this the right way or not. I basically post anything from my personal wall to my like page as well. But like I said, I don't get a ton of traction. I do get a few new likes every week or followers, but I just know that eventually I'll need something else. So I'm trying to grow that. I don't know, Kathy, if you have some better advice about the like page. That's what I do. But
Yeah, I'm still working on the like. It's very, very, very hard to grow a like page. You know, it takes a long time. So I do the same thing that she says. I post pretty much the exact same thing that I put on my personal wall. I copy and paste it, and I put it on my health and fitness page. And then the same thing too, like for my team page when I first started, because I was probably a coach for like, I don't know. I remember like going to my parents' house being like, oh my God, I got to come up with a team name. What should it be? Like, and I came up with it like a week into being a coach. And I just started out everybody who was just a discount coach. So just people who were challengers going into challenge groups were added to my team. Like that was my team at the beginning. And I would just post like motivation things in there. And yeah, I might use that same post and put it on my personal wall that day too. But I would post something in there every day and have some kind of motivational quote, or I would share like, all right, our next challenges are going to be starting on these dates. And all right, awesome job. We just finished the 21-day fix. Now we're going to go on to PIO. Who wants to do it with me? And it would be more, you know, more almost kind of like a challenge group at the very, very beginning. And then as I slowly started to get active coaches, I would slowly start to add in things now about coaching, like Success Club. I started doing, you know, talking about the importance of that and putting in like the leaderboards. And then eventually now over time, obviously the whole page is pretty much all, you know, active coaches. So it's all strictly, you know, helping coaches, you know, get motivation and have success in building their business. So yeah, I say, you know, pick a team name, go ahead and start your own thing. And yeah, I mean, you can really do it however you want. That's the beauty of it.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wish, because I've been a coach for almost 2 years, I'm starting to really work on building content now in my like page. And it's a business page is really what it is. I think somebody just asked that. And it's okay if you don't want to be working on it. Just do exactly what Kathy said and use the same exact posts in both places, because you want to, when you get to the point when and don't worry about it until you hit 5-star diamond. That's what I'll say. When you get to the point when you really, really want to go after cold market, you're going to end up starting to do training. And again, this is future down the road, so I don't want to confuse anybody. But when you really start to go after that, you're going to start doing ads and things like that. You want these people, when they come to your page, to see history. You want them to see there's some really great content there. So if you do what I did and you wait until you're actually, fiddling around with that training, because I'm not really doing it a lot, but I was, playing around with it, and I did not have any content, and it took forever to build it. So just build it now, make it a complete duplicate to your page now, so you don't have to think about like 65 posts a day. And that way, when you are ready in the future to really start going after that cold market in there, and you're doing ads and you're doing all that crazy stuff, people coming to your page will be like, oh wow, there's tons of recipes, there's really great motivational things, and your history will go back significantly. That's just my little advice of do that, not the way I did it.
That is great. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and it really is no extra work. I mean, I literally do the same. I reuse the same information on all my social media platforms, so I'll do the exact same post on my personal page, my health and fitness page, Instagram, Pinterest. I mean, it goes everywhere. It's the same thing, so that it reaches all different people. And I definitely still, obviously, I've built my whole business pretty much has been from my personal page. I know if I were to only post, like at this point if I were to only post, in my health and fitness page, an invite to a challenge group or a business opportunity, I'd get like nothing. But if I post it on my personal wall, I get a heck of a lot more likes. I still post it there, but I get a heck of a lot more traction from people on my personal wall. So yeah, awesome. Anybody else have anything else?
I saw a question.
You did. Where is it?
Somewhere. It was I'm really sorry, guys. I did not look at it the entire call, but now I am. So there was a question about what is a 10-day Shakeology challenge. Can't remember who asked it, but basically, I'm on some kind of weird delay right now, but basically it is when you can offer people to try Shakeology for a certain amount of time. Like that was a 10-day challenge. We do 5-day challenges almost every month now, where we order a box of Shakeology I order under my spouse account to build volume. But so we'll take like 5 packets and we order the shaker cups in bulk. They're like $9.99 for 6 of them. And then we put them together and we just have a 5-day group or a 10-day group online and share the benefits of Shakeology, and they're supposed to drink their shakes like 5 days in a row or 10 days in a row. We find that a lot of people love the shakes, of course, because who doesn't? And then they want more of it. But it's a really nice way for them to try them out without making that commitment. They get a taste of it, and then they're like, all right, I want to do this. So we usually get, a challenger or 2 or more from each 5-day challenge. So that's what that is.
Yeah, it is a great way to get people, trying it out versus buying into like a full month. If people are kind of hesitant, because every now and then you will get those people who are like, oh, I don't really know if I'm going to like it though. I kind of want to try sample first. So it's like, oh, okay, well, great, because we have this Shakeology challenge here you can be a part of. So great advice. Anybody else? No? All right, well, I see another message here pop up. Oh no, it's just a thank you. All right, well, thank you so much, Kristen. You are amazing, and I wish I could just jump through the computer screen and give you a huge hug right now because I love you that much. Hug.
Thank you so much for having me. Courtney, did you have something? I saw it. Okay.
No. You're amazing. You seriously are amazing. You impress me every single day. Such a rock star.
Thanks. I love you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys too, and I will see you the next time. Thanks for being here, guys. Bye.